Okay, we are at Arnold Mickelson's house. Was written for some wind damage repairs here. It's claim number 700-870-6515-1. It is March 24th, 2025. We're going to do a simulated repair here on one of these shingles on the transition. We did run an ITEL report, and it had us get an OC, Owens Corning, Oak Ridge, Shasta White. It is not the same length, which I will demonstrate when I remove this shingle, which is an issue to cut down and break manufacturing specifications. But for the purpose of this video, I do want to attempt to repair this roof. I know this is an older roof, it is quite brittle, and we're gonna see if it takes more damage when we repair it, or if we are able to get away with a repair on this roof and try to find some comparable shingles. But again, this is discontinued. It is no longer available. First thing we're gonna do is just gently break the seal here on the first shingle, which is already broken because it is wind damage, but it is getting hot, so we wanna make sure. Now we are gonna have to break the one above it, which goes to here, which means I'm gonna have to break this shingle here. This one is pretty, sealant is broke. Okay, this one is stuck. So we want to be gentle. Let's not cause unnecessary damage. Doing our best. Okay, and then this shingle goes through here. So this two will have to be broken so we can pull the nails from the drive line. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna have to break above it as well to pull the upper drive line. Okay, so now we should have access to get to here. Ooh, looks like we have staples in this roof instead of 1.25 inch nails. There's one. Be careful not to break these off. Start a nice little pile over here. So these should be nailed. Whenever this roof was done, they put N17 staples in it in its place. So now, to get this shingle out, I'm gonna have to pull this staple here. We're gonna put these back with 1.25 inch nails because that is going to be the code and what you actually need in place so the shingle can bite to the decking. Here. Thank God these are coming out easy. Sometimes they break. Double here. So these are fastened through the shingle above it here. All right. I believe that's all of them. Nice. Large amount of granular loss. Shingle above. Okay, so old versus new. The new should be longer, and it is. So we have this lined up here, which on the ITEL report it says, but this is 1 inch longer for reference. Old shingle. New shingle, 39 1/4. 3/4. Let's do width 13 1/4. Comparable width 13 1/4. Exposure 6 inches. 6 1/2. That is going to be an issue with these drive lines not matching up when we lay it. If you want to take a look at the back, one's Corning, Shasta White. This is a OC Pro 30. And you can see the difference here. So we're going to have to cut this shingle to length, which then voids the manufacturing warranty. It throws an issue because we are breaking that man spec. He's going to have an issue getting them to honor the warranty for the replacement because we're going against specifications to make this fit. This is no longer a produced shingle size. This is the requested match based on the ITEL report, which we will include as we send this video. So we're going to grab new shingle. Inch and a quarter nails. Slide this into place. Hey, we found another staple. Okay, so right off the bat, it is not a match in color. This is far more gray, and it does stand out for LKQ or like kind quality. With the 14 shingles that we have, it is going to stand out that it is not a comparable match in color, even though it is recommended per the ITEL report. First things first, let's get our 6 on the drive line here. One. We should be 6 across. The other problem is, being that these are stapled, you are exposing, you're pierced through the underlayment into the decking, and there is no way to seal those holes. I cannot install with staple as code as 1 1/4 inch nails, so there's no way to seal those holes and to keep water out of this roof once we perform a repair. There's 4. Lower drive line first, get them flush. There's our corner. So we have 6 across here. And now we have to do these upper drive lines, which we had to remove as they were holding this in here. Much more difficult. And I should hold it. 1. And you can see I'm trying to be gentle and lift this just as much as necessary, but to get this upper drive line, you do have to pull these shingles back a little bit. Holes in the underlayment. The shingle goes to here, so we're going to have a few more to install across this drive line here to hold that upper shingle and to refasten this one above it. 2. One more. I only need 1. Right here. Okay, now let's take a look. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, a couple things going on here. So in lifting for here, this lower and upper. We have damage to this shingle is 1. Here is 2, which is 2 above it to fasten the upper drive line below here. We have mat transfer on these shingles. As you can see, these will not re-stick. We have mat transfer here, mat transfer here, big time. Breaking that sealant. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 shingles damaged. To repair 1 shingle, we also have the holes in the underlayment. I think if we repaired 14 shingles, we're stuck with 4 for every 1. That makes this roof irreparable for 2 reasons. 1, it's too brittle, and just bending this up to drive the nails here needed, it's suffering high amounts of granular loss, bending this shingle and ruining the sealant strip. You're not allowed to reseal. Once you get that mat transfer, it's going to have a hard time resealing just due to the age and condition of this. The other issue that I see with this is, well, 2 really. 1 is the LKQ, or the like kind quality. This is not a matching color. It says this is comparable, but it is not. If you can see, and I hope it translates on this video, that is a far different color than what we have present on the roof right now. And the other issue is that we're having to cut this shingle down to size. It is 1 inch longer. The drive lines do not match, which is an issue for keeping this watertight, as well as I'm breaking manufacturing specifications. So I'm voiding any warranty he has on his roof by using this shingle because this size is no longer in production. I'm not able to get any kind of shingle to perform this repair and to actually seal this roof and restore it to pre-loss condition. So due to these issues that I'm seeing with the repair alone, just on 1 shingle, I'm gonna go ahead and mark this as unrepairable. We are gonna write for a full replacement so we can actually restore this roof and protect it as required by the ROC to do it justice, and by you guys to keep this guy safe and keep water out of his house. Thank you for your time.